Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. OK, let's dive into the deprecation of ngif with switch in Angular, and explore suitable alternatives. I'll provide a comprehensive explanation, including the reasoning behind the deprecation, examples of the problematic pattern, and effective replacement strategies. Understanding the problem, the anti-pattern of ngif plus switch. Historically, developers often used a combination of *ngif and switch statements, often wrapped in ng template or other conditional rendering approaches, within Angular templates to conditionally display different UI elements based on a particular value or state. While this worked, it presented several challenges and inefficiencies. One performance concerns asterisk. Each ngif directive introduces a new embedded view. Angular has to manage the creation, destruction, and change detection of these views. If you have many ngif branches, especially if those branches are frequently evaluated, example because the condition is bound to a rapidly changing property, this can lead to significant performance overhead. Even if only one of the ngif branches is ultimately displayed, Angular still has to perform change detection on the others initially, at least to evaluate the condition itself. This wastes CPU cycles. If the conditions within the ngifs are complex and involve multiple calculations or function calls, it exacerbates the performance problem. 2. Readability and maintainability issues. The nested structure of ngif and switch can become deeply indented, making the template harder to read and understand. This is especially true if each branch contains substantial HTML content. The logic for determining which view to display is scattered throughout the template, making it difficult to reason about the overall UI behavior. Modifying or adding new branches can be error-prone, as you need to carefully adjust the ngif conditions and ensure they don't conflict with each other. 3. Increased boilerplate wrapping each section within a ng template can add unnecessary verbosity to the template. Example of the deprecated pattern, and why it's discouraged. Or using a switch. Why is it being deprecated/discouraged? Performance optimization. Angular prioritizes performance. These constructs, especially when combined and complex, lead to performance bottlenecks. Template clarity. Angular templates should be declarative and easy to understand. Overly complex conditional logic within templates makes them harder to maintain. Framework evolution. Angular is constantly evolving to provide better and more efficient ways to build UI. Deprecating less optimal patterns encourages developers to adopt more streamlined approaches. Recommended alternatives, smarter and more efficient ways. Angular offers several alternatives to the ngif plus switch pattern that are more efficient, readable, and maintainable. 1. Component-based approach. The most robust and often preferred approach is to encapsulate the conditional logic within components. How it works. Create separate components for each state/case. The parent component then dynamically displays the appropriate component based on the state. This is the most reusable, testable, and often the most performant approach. Example. Explanation. We define separate components, loading component, success component, error component, to represent each possible state. The parent component, maintains the status, data, and error message properties. We use ngif directives in the parent component's template to dynamically display the appropriate child component based on the status. We pass data to the success component and error component using input bindings, data and error message. 2 ng template outlet with a lookup object asterisk asterisk. Asterisk. This approach is more dynamic and often more performant, especially when you have many cases. Asterisk. How it works asterisk. Create a lookup object, in your component class, that maps status values to template ref instances, references to ng template elements. Then, use asterisk ng template outlet to render the correct template. Asterisk. Example asterisk. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk. We define ng template elements for each state: loading template, success template, error template. Asterisk. We use @viewChild to get references to these templates. The static, true option is important if you need to use the template within the GoInit lifecycle hook. Asterisk. We create a template lookup object that maps the status values to the corresponding template ref instances. Asterisk. We use asterisk ng template outlet with the template lookup status expression to dynamically render the appropriate template. We also use the context to pass data to the templates. Example: ng template outlet context equals data, data. 3. Using a method that returns the appropriate HTML, less recommended. Asterisk. While possible, this approach can make the template less declarative and harder to maintain. It's generally better to use components or asterisk ng template outlet. Asterisk. Example asterisk. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk. The getStatusContent method in the component class determines the content to display based on the status. Asterisk. We use inner HTML in the template to render the HTML returned by the method. Drawbacks asterisk. Asterisk. Bypassing Angular security features, example escaping. You're responsible for ensuring the HTML you return is safe and doesn't contain malicious code. Use DOM sanitizer in more complex scenarios. Asterisk. Difficult to handle complex HTML structures. Asterisk. Limited change detection. Angular might not detect changes within the rendered HTML as efficiently. 4. Conditional rendering in a pipe asterisk. Asterisk. A more advanced approach: you could create a custom pipe that returns the appropriate HTML fragment based on the input value. This can be useful for abstracting away complex rendering logic, but can become overly complex. Asterisk. Example asterisk. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk. The status renderer pipe transforms the status value into the appropriate HTML string. We use DOM sanitizer to bypass security checks, which is crucial when returning HTML. Asterisk. We use the pipe in the template to render the HTML. Caution asterisk. Asterisk. Similar security concerns as the inner HTML approach. Always sanitize the HTML. Asterisk. Can be less readable if the rendering logic within the pipe becomes complex. Which alternative to choose? Asterisk. Component-based approach asterisk. Generally the best choice for most scenarios. It promotes reusability, testability, and maintainability. It also provides the best performance in many cases. Asterisk. ng template outlet with lookup object asterisk asterisk. Excellent for dynamic scenarios where you have many cases and want to avoid the overhead of creating and destroying components. It can be more efficient than multiple asterisk ngif directives. Asterisk. Method returning HTML asterisk. Use with caution and only for simple cases. Be very mindful of security and maintainability. Asterisk. Conditional rendering in a pipe asterisk. For specific scenarios where you want to abstract away complex rendering logic. Remember to sanitize the HTML. Key considerations and best practices asterisk. Asterisk. Performance testing asterisk. Always test the performance of your application, especially when dealing with complex conditional rendering. Use Angular's profiling tools to identify bottlenecks. Asterisk. Security asterisk. When using inner HTML or returning HTML from pipes, be extremely careful about security. Sanitize the HTML to prevent cross-site scripting, XSS, attacks. Asterisk code style and readability. Asterisk write your templates in a clear and consistent style. Use comments to explain complex logic. Break down large templates into smaller, more manageable components. Asterisk data binding. Asterisk use Angular's data binding features effectively to pass data between components and templates. Avoid using global variables or tightly coupled code. Asterisk change detection. Asterisk understand how Angular's change detection works and optimize your code to minimize unnecessary change detection cycles. Asterisk lazy loading. Asterisk for very large applications, consider using lazy loading to improve initial load times. By following these guidelines and using the recommended alternatives, you can create Angular applications that are more efficient, maintainable, and secure. Remember to carefully consider the specific requirements of your application when choosing the best approach. I hope this comprehensive explanation helps you avoid the pitfalls of the *ngif plus switch anti-pattern and embrace more modern and efficient techniques.